Hello friends, welcome back to the Francraft server. Before we get into the episode, here's an 11-second update on what happened in between episodes. We moved our pumpkin and melon farm. We emptied out our cave base. We removed all the farms at spawn, minus those two. We cleared out the storage system at spawn. We built a gravity duper, and Buddha and I moved in with Hope. Now that that's over with, let's go ahead and get into a time lapse. That's right, we redid the wool farm, and so we have indicators above each pod that lets us know what color of sheep is in that pod, and we have 4 sheep per pod, and a couple other things. We've got shears being fed in through these chests, and they go behind and into the droppers, and then you could see some wool there going across, and we have item filters behind here. And these are also marked above and below of what color of wool they are. Just some visuals so people can see them. We go back behind. Oh, no. You got to be quick about it. You go behind here. We have access to all of the sorters as well as up to here. For whatever reason we would need, we can come up here. So yeah, that's what that is. Now for our next project, we're going to be first heading to a single player world where I have built up our next project. And here we are in a creative world, and we are going to be building a new piglin trader. So we had a very basic piglin trader set up with just a few piglins. I think we had 3 or 4 of them in it, and couldn't really put a whole lot of gold in it because it would fill up all kinds of crazy chests. But we wanted something with more piglins and a little bit more sorting power. We'll look down here. We'll see what's going on. The items are coming across the filter system like that. One thing that we're going to be doing is adding walls along the top of the hoppers so that the items don't catch on the hoppers there. But anyway, so we've got all our items feeding into a dropper that just spits them out, and these chests align them, and then that slime block shoots them across the ice, and we've got a little access in here. Yeah, but there's a few small changes that we're going to be doing on the server, but this is pretty much it right here. We'll run back. Oh, there we go, through the front. And so we've got 2 sorters for the gravel, 2 for blackstone, 2 for soul sand. Those are probably our most prominent items. You do get quite a few of the arrows, so you know, may end up changing this up a little bit, but more than likely I think we're going to keep it this way. And then down here we have all of our overflow, and every once in a while we will get a few blocks or other items inside there. But one thing that we've done to kind of help with that is if we look inside here, we're going to put 4 other items in each slot, which will give more space for blocks. So hopefully that'll cut that down quite a bit, and we may end up putting more in there in the future. But let's go ahead and get back over to the server and jump into another time lapse. That's right, it's done. So our second time lapse has finished, and we have been running this thing a little bit. One thing that we'll probably end up doing, we added a few more layers to the gold farm, and if we fly up here, we'll see that our AFK spot is a lot higher than what it used to be. So one thing that we'll probably do is if we're AFKing overnight, or whenever we do AFK the gold farm, we'll probably load this bad boy up and just let it run. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with this. We do have access up into the sorters via that spot right there. And then if we jump up and close that trapdoor like that, we can come back here and fill in all of the droppers. I don't think we're going to be adding a chest system or like an automatic filler, just because with that amount of gold being put into the system, it'll definitely overflow, and we don't want that to happen. Even though, to be honest, we're probably done collecting gravel for the time being, so we're probably going to let that one fill up. The blackstone will always collect. Soul sand we're not too worried about, but once we start doing our pathways, this will become more prominent. We'll actually be converting quite a bit of it into soil. And yeah, some of these other blocks we're not, or these other items we're not too worried about. Nether brick we're not too worried about. Quartz we're definitely going to keep, try to keep as much as we can just for like observers and comparators, so those are easy crafting. The fire charges, we're probably just going to let that fill up, and whatever it ends up, you know, being too full, that's it. We have been keeping the Soul Speed 3 books, but we currently have 2 shulker boxes of them. So I don't know if we're going to keep doing that. So we may end up just letting this thing fill up for a lot of these spots already. We've done like 3 AFK sessions here where we filled the droppers up and let it run. And basically with filling them up, we'll get a few of these items full of shulkers, or get their shulkers full, and then yeah. So really all we're going to end up doing is probably trading a lot of these out. We may actually put a 3rd blackstone or bring the blackstone over. Adding another the tipped arrows, the spectral arrows. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So to end this episode, it's kind of been a little all over the place. We're gonna head back to spawn and talk about one of the big projects that we're currently working on to help out the server. All right, so we're back at spawn, and over here we're just gonna take a peek down. That's right, we are clearing out the spawn chunks, at least getting ready for it. So these little tunnel cleared out spaces are gonna go around all 4 sides. We've got one side completely done, and then over here about half of one, and then we're gonna be putting water along those because we're gonna have a world eater running along here, and we don't want it to ruin the sides. We want to keep them flat because we have a plan for all of that. But yeah, if you look in the top left, I've got mini HUD installed. Our server's doing all right. It's running at 20 TPS and it stays there for the most part. We got rid of a lot of the entities here at spawn. So a lot of the members are getting better connections, a lot less lag, but our MSPT is still very high, and it stays at around 50. We tried installing carpet mod so that we could figure out exactly what's going on, but after a few hours of trying to do that and it repeatedly kind of just ruining some chunks and not really wanting to let the server run properly, we decided to just load a previous backup that we had made right before we tried doing that, and that's where we're at right now. But after removing just some of the walls and stuff, our server was running at like 17 TPS with like 60 MSPT. But removing some blocks and removing all the entities, we got rid of all the villagers, we got rid of the iron farm, all of the chests and hoppers and stuff. We have a few villagers left in here, but they're mainly for our food trades and redstone and some other stuff, so that when it comes time, we can get a lot of redstone blocks and things like that for the world eater. But server is running a little bit smoother, and that's kind of where we're at. We're going to be taking our time, or I'm going to be taking my time in between videos. Don't really want to, I just felt like I was rushed, or I was trying to push content out, and I really didn't like how the videos were turning out. So hopefully these turn out a little bit better. They're going to be a little more informative and just like, hey, this is what we're doing type stuff. So that's where we're at. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope you enjoyed the time lapses. Expect a lot more of those. Probably be doing quite a few time lapses. Like I'll record building something and then throw that in. But yeah, some of the things we got coming up is the villager farm. We're going to be doing a villager trading hall somewhere. I think we're going to go over that way. And then we've got to build a creeper farm and sugarcane farm right next to each other for rockets and stuff. And then we still need to work on the pumpkin and melon farm. So we're gonna be doing that pretty soon. Hopefully you'll see it. Maybe 1 or 2 videos a month. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Happy holidays, Hanukkahs. Okay, I'm out. Y'all be easy. One last thing before I go, I'm going to try to stream more, hopefully. So check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv / the real Bez133. I don't know. I'll leave a link in the Australias. Check it out if you want. See you guys later. I'm out again. Bye.